Hello beautiful, we are back with another video today. My name is Kiana and welcome to my channel. If you have not yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video. I am a braider, I'm a mom, I'm an entrepreneur. I recently moved to Atlanta and I am just letting y'all see me go through it. So yeah, if you want to see this content and content similar, please go ahead and subscribe. So today, y'all, I am going to be working on one of my clients. I am doing 4-stitch braids on him. This is one of my regulars. He comes like every 2 to 3 weeks to get his hair done, and it's typically styles like this or styles similar, very simple, quick to the point. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing 4-stitch braids, and I just want to show y'all how I do stitch braids. Now, the way I do stitch braids is a little bit different from how I've seen other people do them, and I feel like maybe this will be a better way for you. So yeah, just stay tuned and check out how I complete this style on my client. Now, as y'all can see, I do start off with parting his hair right down the middle. Like I said, I am doing just 4 braids, and the best way to complete this style or to get this style to look as neat and clean as possible is to split it down the middle, so that way I make sure that both sides are even and all 4 braids look the same and are symmetrical. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and split one of the halves into half again for the first braid. And now, as you can see, I am taking product and actually cleaning my parts up with product. I highly recommend that you do that as well if you want clean, neat parts. Definitely make sure that whatever product you do use, as I showed you earlier, I am using lock-in. Make sure that you put that along their scalp and kind of like you're greasing their scalp, and then just use that to kind of clean up the parts and make it as neat as possible. So as you can see, I am definitely working at this. I would say that this is probably the most tedious part of doing stitch braids, or any kind of braid is always going to be the part in making sure that it is clean. As you can see, that part is very, very neat and clean. Now, how I measure to make sure that my parts are the same, I do take my index finger and my thumb, as you saw just previously, and I just kind of hold them side by side at the parts, and just make sure that my fingers feel about the same, and if it feels a little bit off, then I will adjust accordingly. But yeah, I do go ahead and just pre-part for this style. It is a lot easier to complete it when I have pre-parted. And now I have my 4 parts and we are about to start braiding. So yeah, I take my product and I put it along all the sides of the hair. Now, if I was doing 2 braids, I would put it also in between the braids, like in between the part, well, in between the hair as well. But since I'm just doing 4 sections or 4 braids, I don't have to put it in between, like in the middle of that braid. I could just put it along the sides and comb it in. Now here is where we can see the actual stitch braid. So yeah, I go ahead and part off where I'm going to start the braid at and separate that. All right, now you want to go ahead and clip off any hair that may get in the way, because you want to make sure this is as clean as possible. And then just start off with a simple braid. Now, I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you do know how to at least scalp braid already. This is not a video teaching you how to braid to the scalp. So you at least need to know how to braid to the scalp. So the difference between what I do and what other people do is I use the rat tail of the comb to actually create my stitches. Other people tend to use their pinky nails or tools that you can put on your finger to stitch braid. I actually just use the rat tail of the comb. And as you can see, this works very well for me. I just take it all the way through and then braid the hair in. And I'm going to show you more in depth how I'm actually creating the braid and adding like the hair to the braid and stuff like that in just a bit. But yeah, just definitely just taking your comb straight through that entire section and making sure it is clean and braiding it in. Now this is easy to show you because I'm not adding in any hair. This is only if you are just doing like a natural braid on natural hair, not adding any weave. If you are adding weave, I do this the exact same way. It's just a little bit different because you will have to add hair. But yeah, a tip that I could give you for when you're doing this, if you are using the rat tail end of the comb, is to make sure that you're not stabbing your client in the head, but you are pushing down and applying enough pressure to where the part can be clean. All right, so here I show you, you see the part, like it's clean, and well, I mean, it's not like perfect, but it's a clear stitch. And I'm gonna take my index finger and push it through the section that I just pulled to add to the hair. Take it right through the middle of that and add part of it to one part of the braid, and then the other part to another part of the braid, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Y'all, maybe I shouldn't have done a tutorial, Lordy. But yeah, I'm gonna show you again. Okay, so you take the comb through the hair completely. Now it does get a little bit difficult as you you know, start to add more hair. But yeah, as you can see, like I'm literally just doing a regular scalp braid and adding in the hair and taking, like how I'm pinching that hair that I'm adding with the comb, I'm pinching it with my left hand and completing the braid with my right hand. Yeah, I don't know if this is making any sense. Please comment down below and tell me if you understand what I'm saying, or am I just talking in circles here? I'm really trying to help you. But yeah, the key is to make sure that you are taking the comb straight through the hair and, you know, keeping it clean and neat, and separating the hair from the back with the comb, because that's what's going to create the stitch, is if you are actually separating the hair from the rest of the hair that you have to braid. So making sure that you actually make that separation very clean and defined, and that'll give you your nice stitch. Now, as you can see, I am adding product to the hair, especially once I got to closer to the bottom where his hair gets a lot more thick and it's a lot more hair being added into the braid. I am adding more product just to make sure that it is sleek and clean and controlled, because I do want these braids to last him for a while and I don't want them to get frizzy very fast. So I am adding product to his actual hair just to kind of hold it down and make sure that it actually lasts him for a while. But yeah, definitely keeping it tight and holding your fingers tight and keeping everything held together and just kind of braiding as tight as you can. Not too tight to where it's uncomfortable for your client, but definitely tight enough to hold the braid and the stitch and last for your client. All right, now we are on to the second braid. So as you can see, I did go ahead and just add the product all along the sides, along the back and the front, and I'm just gonna comb the product all in. This is very important to make sure that the hair is fully detangled and easy for you to braid, and just working all that product in and going ahead and trying to mold it into, you know, the way that you want it to look, pushing it all together. As you can see, I did comb each side up into what the braid will actually become. And once again, I start off with separating that hair at the very front. I am going to just go ahead and start with a braid right there in the front with no hair added whatsoever, just a one braid, like a plait almost, right here at the front. So yeah, just comb that, detangle it fully. And that's going to create my very first stitch. So So yeah, I have my 3 sections, and like I said, I'm just gonna make a regular plait right here in the very front. All right, and then when you do that, when you start that plait, now you want to go ahead and start your stitch. So take that comb, push it all the way through, and as you can see, I am pinching the hair that I've separated, and now I'm going to add that to the plait that I created at the very top. I think this is a better angle than the first braid. So yeah, just pushing the comb all the way through, pinching that, separating and pulling, and making sure that that is clearly separated. Making sure all the hair is out of the way. Yep, you see that clean part. And now I'm gonna go ahead and braid that in. And this is what I was telling you. I push my finger through the middle of the hair that I'm adding and just go ahead and complete the braid like that. So yeah, that's why I say, like, you do need to know how to braid already if you're watching this video. This is not a how-to braid tutorial. But if you know how to braid, then this will definitely give you a good idea of how to stitch your client's hair and yeah, get that clean look that you want for your client. But yeah, you see there, you can see the part, and just braiding it right on in. And this seems to be the easiest way for me to get the best stitches. I have tried using like those tools that you can put on your fingers. I've also tried you know, using my nail when I did have like a longer nail, and I don't know if my coordination is just off or what, or I'm just not a good enough braider to do it that way. But well, I know I'm not. I know that's not the case because I am fire when it comes to these braids. But yeah, this is just the easiest way for me. So if you have problems using the little finger tools or using your fingernails, I would highly recommend that you try this. This tends to work just as well as a fingernail or the little tool. And you know, you always can have this. The little tools, sometimes it takes those little finger things, like you have to actually keep up with those things. And if you're a hairstylist, you already know you're keeping up with enough. So yeah, ain't nobody got time to be trying to keep up with nothing extra. And then if you have like the long fingernails, you know, if you're like, I'm a braider, I braid short hair, so that's not feasible for me. Like, I regularly take clients who have shorter hair, so I can't have long fingernails. Like, that just won't work for me. So yeah, this works perfect for me, just using the rat tail end of the comb and just, you know, creating clean stitches with that. And yeah, now a little tip when you're doing this, it does help if you have on like a jacket that has pockets on it, or somewhere to stick the comb. Here I'm showing you the finger placement. So like, I'm showing you, like, I'm using my thumb and my ring finger to actually well, not my thumb, but my ring finger and my middle finger and my ring finger to hold the hair in place. That's what's holding the hair currently. As you can see, I have it divided into the 3 sections. So one finger, like, this is how I'm keeping it separated. And now I'm going to go in and add the hair, actually adding product, because you see there, like, the hair is getting a little bit, like, it looks dry and it doesn't look like it's has enough product to create a clean stitch. Product is key. If you want clean stitches, you want to have good product there and enough product to create the stitch. But yeah, I think just you watching me is enough though. I don't know if me talking really helps. I know that you know, if you watch this video, you're going to be creating amazing stitch braids for your clients and have very happy clients that are pleased with your work. But yeah, y'all, as you can see, the comb does work just as well as your fingernails or the tools. You could definitely complete stitch braids using the rat tail end of the comb, and yeah, get some amazing braids. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and finish this braid out. Now, unfortunately, my camera did die, so I was not able to show y'all me completing the last 2 braids. It's actually about to cut off in just a bit. Or, yeah, it died. I don't even know. And I'm glad I looked at it and saw that it died, because I'd been mad if I thought it was recording and it wasn't. But yeah, y'all, now you're about to see the finished look. Okay, so here, as you can see, these stitches are very clean and neat and fire. They are uniform all the way through, which is why I like using the comb rather than any other tool. Yeah, this works perfect for me, and I know it will work perfect for you all. Please let me know if this video has helped you in any way, if it's simple to understand, if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you try this method using the rat tail end of the comb. And yeah, I hope that you all have an amazing day. And yeah, once again, if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to your girl channel and comment down below and let me know if you did. Have a beautiful day, and I will see y'all in my next video. If nobody has told you recently, just know that I love you, you matter, and you are amazing. Bye, y'all.